Now, for a split second, nobody fires. Not because they're frozen, but it's because their brains are trying to process something that doesn't fit into any threat profile that they ever trained for. Now, that moment, it doesn't last. This thing lets out a huge roar, and then it charges. They said it moved faster than something that size should have been able to move. In just a few steps, it closes the distance, and before anyone could react, it drives that crude spear straight into one of the operators. Now, this wasn't a glancing blow, and it wasn't just a knockdown. That spear went straight through him, and that's when their training, it takes over. Gunfire, it erupts. Now, it was controlled burst at first, and then it was sustained fire. Now, there was multiple shooters that were hitting center mass round after round straight into this thing. And this is the crazy part that all these guys seem to remember. It doesn't go down right away. It staggers, it absorbs the hits, and it continues to move forward even after getting shot like that. They said it's not screaming or panicking, it's just pushing through. Now, finally, they realized that shooting this thing center mass, it wasn't enough, so one operator yelled, "Shoot him in the face." And that is exactly what they did. Finally, after 30 seconds of sustained fire, they basically decapitate this thing, and it finally falls to the ground. Now, I want you to think about that. There's one story that said there was at least 8 men, and they were all firing at this monster with weapons ranging from M4s, 308s, and a 50 cal. Now, understand this, they were all firing for a total of 30 seconds. Now, this really blows my mind, but I understand that 30 seconds, it really doesn't sound like a long time. But when something is standing that long, after taking that much firepower, and still standing after a few seconds, that is freaking insane to me. Now, when this thing finally hits the ground, they said the impact was hard enough that they could actually feel it under their feet. And for a moment, everything goes quiet. Smoke, it hangs in the air, and they could still hear the echoes bouncing off the mountainside. And lying just a short distance away is something that none of those guys have a name for. And whatever it was, it's dead, thank God.